one of the main and highlighted topic nowadays absolutely is the absence of Mojtaba Khamenei. Every people are talking about that. Most of the fans of Islamic Republic regime are still confused that why he is still under the shadows and he doesn't show himself. And because in Iran and even in Islamic, methodology, it's so important that the leader comes, stands in front of the army, the group, and show which way is true. Khomeini, Ali Khamenei, all of them just become so popular and so wanted in the inside of the Islamic Republic fans' heart because of their bravery and their presence. But Mojtaba is going exactly the opposite way, and that's why many people are talking that he's already dead, or if he's not dead, he's already useless. He can't do anything he wants. The second part was about the money and economical problem, and many people after the facilities the regime prepared for Ali Khamenei funeral becomes so sad, because after many natural disasters, after many earthquakes, after many floods, after lots of the fires in the jungle, no help came from the government. They just said, we have lack of facilities. We don't have anything. We can't do anything. But for the Ali Khamenei funeral, we could see many tents, many convents, many foods, many facility, many basic and necessary things that you couldn't see them in the natural disaster. Always Iranian people, after these kind of natural disaster, went to the location and tried to assist their friends, their family, and with all of their ability they had. But we know that it wasn't enough. Government never turned a good face to the people after natural disasters. But for the funeral of Ali Khamenei, we see how much facility they had, and they just never put them for the people. And the Red Crescent of the Iran even is in the hand of the government, not works for the people. And that was still in their people head, that they makes that things make Iranian people angry more and more. And as I told before, every people in Iran are just think how we can fight back again in the next battle, because the last battle, one of the most topic was that we were empty-handed. We didn't have anything, but the Islamic Republic regime had whatever they needed. Lots of guns, lots of the machines that are basically made for killing people. So we just are talking, we just are thinking, we just are try to communicating with other policemen, other countries, other freedom fighters that try to mobilize ourselves. And I think that's really deeply flows in the Iranian minds. And for the last things, I want to say that I think that's why Rubio are so famous in Iran, because Iranian people deeply feel he is one of the few numbered American policymen that exactly know how Akhund can be charlatan. That's why they love him so much.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shadow. Jeffrey has a response.
Hey, Shadow. I just wanted to share with you. We know that there is issues with regards to the disparity between the Mullah regime, now regime remnants, right? IRGC, Besiege, and the broader Iranian people. Just know that there is many different efforts at many different levels being undertaken to change that. including track 2 material support efforts. So I'm not saying that that should make you change how, your daily operations. Just know that there are many people working to change that very issue. All my love, brother. Javi Shah.
Javid Shah.
I don't see any other twos, so I'm going to ask if you have any of the S word.
No more. You could just say super chats. That's what I don't know why I'm saying yes.
No, because in case we're not see, Roy just put a 2 in the chat. So if I had said the S word fully, that would cut it for the editor.
Wow.
I didn't want to say it until you're committed. Okay, so Roy, go ahead.
Roy, go ahead. What the hell is up with the panda though? It's like, I don't know, is this distracting or not? But go on, Roy.
I'm sorry if it's distracting. I'm gonna take it off, but I'm just just trying to get some levity here.
Okay, people like the panda, so you could keep it. I was just wondering. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. I was just wondering, do you think that maybe Mujtaba is so disfigured that maybe he's sitting like in a Stephen Hawking wheelchair in a robotic voice, and this is why he's so like horrendous, and he's like just doesn't want to show his face? Maybe that's the reason. It's like, oh, I'm ugly. Don't look at me. I'm sorry. I don't want everybody to see me talk like this.
Yeah, it's actually a very. I'm speaking to a panda, but yeah, I mean, it's a real possibility. It is a real possibility. So it's hard for me to understand if his health is he's the highest possibilities are either he's dead or severely injured. There are four options: dead, severely injured, slightly injured, completely healthy. So if he's slightly injured or completely healthy, I don't understand the reason behind him not being out there or at least putting a voice message out there. But so the two options that remain with the highest possibilities is either dead or severely injured.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I think I hope he has the face of a car crash. Yeah. Just another question about all the foreign people there, all the foreign journalists. Can we sue them for libel? All of them? BBC, CNN, ABC, IJTV, whatever. Like, I'm serious about this question, right? I'm not even joking. Like, can we seriously just sue them for libel?
I wish you could, but I don't think you can because libel should be like who are we lying against? Like there needs to be somebody in United States that you're lying against. You're basically slandering somebody in the US and they could show you that you could show that you did it on purpose and that you can demonstrate damages. That's how libel works. I think the best way to go and maybe go after them is providing material support for the Islamic Republic. I think that would be the avenue to go down and maybe try to attack them legally. I don't think that's how libel works, unless I think for maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe other people could clarify. But I think libel is when you lie about somebody and they bring you to court. It's a civil case. It's not a criminal case, and they could prove material damages.
You need not just damages. You also have some standards to clear with how intentional it was. Like if it's about a private person, it's some lower standards. But about some celebrity, or I guess if you're talking about a country, that might apply. You basically need to know that what you're saying is false, or some really high standard like that, and that needs to be
We should be
provable.
able to prove it. Yeah, it needs to be proven.
Yeah. So it's in general very difficult. Okay, Monkey, you wanted to respond?
Yes, I think that it is a possibility that we have like a Stephen Hawking's, a tongueless, faceless, and eyeless, noseless Mushtaba that can't see, can't speak, has no tongue, has no jaw, maybe. doesn't have even the facial structure with which to speak. I think that's a possibility. I think also when you have to do these things, you have to have standing. Like if I'm gonna sue an American corporation, I have to be a person living in America that was. I'm not sure of this, right? I'm not speaking as a lawyer or anything, but like if it's against the BBC, it would have to be done by someone in UK. If it's a Canadian news agency, it would have to be done from by someone in Canada, and that kind of thing tends to be the way things go. Not absolutely sure. I think material support is a better case because it would go through the State Department to determine how they are providing material support, and I think it's an easier case to bring. But the problem there is that you have to convince the state to bring it. You can't, like, as a citizen, make it be brought. You have to make you have to petition the government to make the case, basically.
All right, thank you, Monkey. Is there a cat lady? Cat Meowski.
Meowski,
I can see, but I can't hear anything.
we
Oh,
ready with
sorry,
your mic?
sorry. I have the
It's
double.
okay. No need to explain. Yeah.
Okay, so three things. First of all, the libel thing is different for like a regular person and a country and an organization. The level of what you need to prove is also different. So I'm not sure, but there is something there to find out. Second thing, about how Mujtaba is injured or not. I just saw pictures of Ahmadinejad in the funeral, and he looks very bad. I nearly did not recognize him. He looks fatter. His face is like bloated. He looks older. I was having a hard time seeing if it's him. Seriously. And the third thing, I cannot remember right now. So that's it.
All right, we will appreciate the two things that you gave us. Okay, Jeffrey is next.
Yeah, so a couple of people actually touched on that. It's not impossible. It's just a very high bar that you got to meet, right? Like, so legal approaches like civil liability against a mainstream media corporation for, in this case, lying and misrepresenting or whitewashing the Mullah regime, now regime remnants, genocide against Iranian people. To the best of my knowledge, it's a very high bar with a very low success, probability of success, not because that isn't a legitimate issue or they haven't done that, and not that Iranian people don't deserve justice in that instance or in that particular venue as well, just because of the nature of, you know, the United States, right? We have the First Amendment. They're going to leverage that. There's all kinds of things there. So I'm not saying you couldn't do it just as a point of privilege or principle and wage lawfare. I think the better approach for lawfare would be exactly what Armin said, which is if they are providing material support to a stated enemy of the United States, then hit them that way. Either way, lawfare should definitely be waged against those that are, you know, the whores for the regime, Mullah regime, now regime remnants. Like that definitely should be done. Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Jeffrey. And would you describe said whores as any sort of two-word insult?
Oh, deuce canoes? Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Everyone was waiting for that. Okay, so
Horse
with that,
deuce
we can-
canoe.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you.
Oh my god, that was great. Danny, what did you say? Who's next?
I said super chats are next.
Oh, super chat segment. The school, when you guys open your microphone, just wait a little bit before you say something because for some reason it cuts it for me for the first few seconds. Okay, so super chat, fleshy interloper saying, further kills media credibility. Yes, it does. Everything that these people are doing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's any credibility left. Oh, we got another super chat. Justin, thank you so much for the super chat saying the diaspora may very well have a case against Islamic Republic. Oh yeah, they do, and they have started doing lawsuits against Islamic Republic, and they're getting more and more experienced on it. So hopefully, at some point, they become good enough so that they could get some of the Islamic Republic's frozen assets released to them for their operation against the Islamic Republic. But I have seen more and more lawsuits by some really, because there's a lot of people. A huge part of Iranian diaspora is actually very active in the in law, and there are many good lawyers in the Iranian diaspora, and they're building not just cases against the Islamic Republic, but entire institution and operations on making this a thing. So yeah, they are doing that. We have seen them taking more actions on that front. And thank you, by the way, Justin. I think Jeffrey wanted to talk on this.
Yeah, waging lawfare is one of the non-kinetic lines of effort that would support a broader track to strategy against the Mullah regime. One of the people that you might do well to reach out to beyond the lawfare project in the ACLJ is Dr. Mojtaba. So Dr. Mojtaba used to work at the Institute of World Politics, and she did a lot of work against the Castro regime in regards to Cubans and those that the Castro regime had stolen, like art and money and everything else from them. So there are people that are absolutely trained in how to sit there and leverage lawfare against fucking dictatorial regime douche canoes like the Mullah regime, now regime remnants. So I wanted to put that shout out specifically here. She used to be at the Institute of World Politics. I'd have to look her up and see where she's at now. She definitely did some help with regards to Ukrainian Defense Forces and a couple other people back like 4 years ago. That's just a couple of names that jump right out at me.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.